Hello, 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 hello. Hello, people. How you doing? Check this magazine out, man. This is like the Atlantic. That's not funny. Today's college students can't seem to take a joke. I want to talk to you about censoring sensitivities and Christians. Turning this thing around. Hey, guys, how are you? Good to see you all. This is Lance on a walk. Welcome back. Hey, I missed you guys. Thanks a lot. Hey, you got in. Yes, you did. Welcome home. Howdy. Some of you guys get in here pretty fast, you know. You got to give the secret to the other people. I'm going to FaceTime again later tonight because, you know, I only got a few minutes here. I'm going to, oh, shoot. I got to tell you where I'm going. I'm doing another Periscope or an interview of something with David Harris about a conference I'm doing in Reading. And it's a convergence conference. Man, my contact lenses are all dried out. You know, I got new contact lenses and they just dry out. They're changing formulas in this stuff all the time. Anyway, go if you're not doing this yet, you want to check out Living Uncorked. That's the address on Periscope of David Harris, CEO of this company. Man, I couldn't have made it. When I was in Amsterdam, I couldn't have made it without my Uncorked. I'm not doing a plug for Uncorked now. I am kind of indirectly saying I'm going to be doing that call in like 10 minutes with David and my wife. But that Uncorked stuff is so good. I don't care if you guys never get into business. You got to get this product. I swear I'm more anointed with it. Like I got jet lag, and I took out little superfruit powder. Zip. I got to get that stuff tested, make sure it's legal. I mean, the joke is the person who handed it to me said it's Bethel crack. That's a terrible thing, but it got my attention. Anyway, I think it's just super fruity. But I wanted to talk to you guys because this political correctness stuff is driving me crazy. So my friend Benny Johnson, you know, I was complaining the other day because I love Benny, and she comes, you know, she makes a personal opinion about the Donald factor, the Trumparian, you know, thing, and a bunch of people freak out on her. What is it with Christians? Can't Christians have opinions? Are we that adolescent? Look at my fountain. Is that cool? I have a hey man, I can do my broadcast with my fountain behind me. There is a fountain filled with blood drawn from Emmanuel's veins. I used to sing those old-time hymns. Great lyrics. And every sinner plunged beneath the flood will lose his guilty stains. Great, Isaac Watts, great hymn writer. Actually, I was William Cowper. But so Benny wrote this thing, right? And she had to take the post down. I went to go find it. I couldn't find it. Now, I know what it's like because I took a post down today. Mine was a little bit racy. I just, you know, sometimes you clip an article and share it. And I was sharing this, like, rapper, 25, 8 years old, wrote this terrible thing to Sarah Palin, was just picking on her. Like, what is Sarah Palin? Like, you know, some kind of a gigantic piñata for everybody who's not a conservative in America? And she just wrote the ugliest stuff. And so I just quoted what she wrote and said, this is unacceptable. And Sarah challenged her and said, you know, we can do better than this. Let's find a cause that's not demeaning to women. Don't be beating up on me like this because you're misquoting me. And to her credit, the rapper got rid of the stuff. You know, took it off. But, you know, one of my people who I love said, Lance, you know, you got a lot of influence and you shouldn't post this stuff. It was a little bit ugly because I posted what the rapper girl said. But the fact is, how are we ever going to deal with the reality of the warfare that's out there if we're censoring the sensitivities of people, are driving us to censor ourselves all the time? So I'm going to focus on this later on FaceTime. I'm going to think about it. And the question I've got is, sure, Paul says we're supposed to focus on whatsoever is good, whatsoever is true, whatsoever is worthy of good report, etc., like stuff like that. And at the same time, while we're not supposed to be defiling ourselves with things we shouldn't be thinking about, I think if Germany has concentration camps, someone should go ahead and blow the whistle and describe what the heck's going on with Jews in the ovens, and describe it because it's a historic fact. In other words, I think there's a line that separates trying to protect ourselves from ugly thoughts and being aware of the extent to which we're engaged in a great battle, and that we need to learn what people are saying and doing and get really informed on it so that we can get appropriately outraged. We just can't stick our head in sanctified sand and make believe that the world isn't going on the way it is. I feel it personally because I keep thinking, if I get involved more with political discourse, I'm going to get the hate mail and the negativity and the nastiness. I mean, I get some of it now, but it's endurable because I'm so mercurial and changeable that I just kind of change my subject matter up. And we do comedy, we do Bible study, we do musicals, and it's kind of hard. The liberals try to nail me down. Oh, they can't quite figure me out. But the day will come when my enemies are going to be better organized than they are. And what's going to happen to Christians when we start getting persecuted? Are we going to make believe it isn't happening? I think we need to toughen up. It's like Donald Trump said, my first meeting with him up in his boardroom, he said, if you don't mind me saying so, I think you guys have gotten soft. That was when I fell in love with him, by the way. I said, dang, I think that Donald's right. I think we've gotten a little soft around here. We need to toughen up a little bit. Anyway, toughen up, saints. That's what I like. And we need tough musicals, exactly. Maybe we need some tough clothing, too. And some tough Tic Tacs that last longer than the ones I'm chewing these days. Anyway, when do I meet him again? Well, somebody called me from his office. Wanted my personal email address. I don't think they did that because they want to follow me on Instagram. Anyway, oh, dang, I'm supposed to be on that other Periscope call any minute now. Well, my wife will call me. Hey, man, my wife's traveling now. She's going to be in Harrisburg doing a conference at Charles Stock's church with other women. I can't believe it. I come home. My wife, who used to be dedicated to me, my ministry and my life, was everything. Now I start preaching, follow your passion, do your calling, discover your gifting, and what does she do? She goes ahead and finds her passion and calling and gifting, and she's doing something, and it doesn't include me. Is this right? I come home. I say I've been gone for 5 days. I have to go out to Dennis Peacock. Has a meeting tonight. She says, oh, well, I'm leaving for 5 days. I go, where are you going? She goes, I have a conference. I got to be up in Pennsylvania. I've got a few things I'm doing. I said, when did you just suddenly do this? She said, well, she's been coming alive in her passion and her calling. This is the violin plays. I see the sarcasm. I saw the violins are playing. See? Not sympathetic, are you? Maybe I'm being a little too sensitive. Maybe I have a sensitivity issue right now. Anyway, so Annabelle's doing her thing. Uncork's on. Is it on? The broadcast is on? Shoot. All right, so I got to go over in that because we're talking about this conference I'm doing. What's the name of the website I said to go to? Dang, I forgot what it is. Oh, man, I forgot. I can't believe I'm so disorganized sometimes. I want to talk to you guys later, though, because, hey, here's a great book, The American Cause. Russell Kirk. Brilliant book. What did I do with them? So anyway, if you want to stay with me now, I'm going to go do my call on convergence and go in with see my wife here and pick up my next assignment. What's the address? I'm so sorry. I said it earlier. Does anyone remember what I said? Honey? Annabelle? You want to hear an outrage? This is outrageous. I had a neighbor. I'll go on the other call in a second. I'll be right there. I have a neighbor. Oh, well, what's the address again I'm supposed to call? They're supposed to go to?
Live on Cork?
Live on Cork? No.
Oh, yeah, I wrote it on the thing.
I lost the paper already.
Honey, I think let's go find it.
Oh, no, wait. I think it's in my pocket. Oh, wait, I did. I folded it in my pocket. I found it.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. No, okay, I got it. Living Uncorked. Living Uncorked. Anyway, let me read to you guys. This is like Living Uncorked is where I'm going next on Periscope. Listen to this letter. A neighbor sent it to me.
Stop.
My wife doesn't want me to show it. I can't believe my neighbor sent this to me. Do they know a celebrity is down the street that's going to blow the beans on this thing? Watch this. Neighbor, Could you please stop parking your car on the street overnight? It's a violation of HOA rules. What does HOA stand for? HOA. Huh? Oh, the Homeowners Association. Okay. And it just looks bad. It just looks bad. Cheapening the neighborhood by having cars on the street. What's coming to things in America when there's a car on the street in our beautiful Dallas gated community? Also, it would be appreciated if you would remove both of the old basketball
This
goals.
is Overreaction Thursday from your land.
No, I'm telling you. If you would remove both of the old basketball goals from your driveway. First of all, they're not basketball goals. They're basketball nets.
Hoop, there it is.
Hoops.
Hoop, there
Goals.
it is.
Obviously not athletic. Thanks. There it is.
Notice they didn't sign their name.
They didn't sign their name, did they? They didn't sign their name. Well, I'll tell you what.
Are you edifying the people?
Am I edifying? Here comes my wife now. Going to be Miss Conviction City. Am I edifying the people? Am I exhorting the people? Am I strengthening the people? I'm just ventilating.
Yes. That's most true.
You know, animals always get me convicted of my unsaintliness. Hey, you want to see a picture of us when we were young? When we got married? There it is. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that sweet? Okay, I'm going to go on my other phone call now because David Harris is calling, and we're going to be talking about our conference coming up in Reading.
The address?
I gave it to him a minute ago. Living Uncorked. Okay, you guys, I love you. It's good to be back home.
Love you, man.
Let's just keep this between you and me, what I've talked about, okay? I don't want to, I want to think about whether or not I'm going to go public with any of this. Keep it kind of, just us in our little Periscopian tribe. Annabelle says I'm overreacting. I don't know about that. Okay, I'll talk to you later. I'll be back. We're going to do FaceTime. FaceTime? No FaceTime. Mentions. Facebook mentions tonight